Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV as we are playing as Milan in the Emperor expansion. So we've got the ability to pick a naval doctor, and I asked you guys about this at the end of the last episode, what you thought we should go for. And most people seem to say Merchant Navy for the ship trade power. And one thing I was thinking about is the fact that we spend probably like half of the game at war and our trade fleet is not out patrolling because our navy can't win any of the naval battles because it's just too small. So in this case, you know, you're getting that 33% bonus, but you're only getting half the time because we can't seize control of the seas. So I'm kind of thinking that we should do this one, the galley combat ability, for two reasons. One, so that we can actually keep our trade ships out there because we don't have to worry about losing them. And then two, because there's the fact that I don't really want to build the heavy ships if I can avoid it, because the heavy ships are so damn expensive. They're significantly more expensive. I don't know if it says, nah, it doesn't say it here. We might have to look into, you know, when you're actually building a ship. It's 0.52 per month on the maintenance there compared to 0.04. So as you guys can see, it's significantly more expensive to have the heavy ships. So if we want to keep rolling with galleys so we can save the money, then making them better would probably be necessary, simply because of the fact that, you know, they have such lower combat power, even in the inland seas. You'll need several of them to make up for not having the heavy ships. Because the heavy ships have a combat width of engagement width, of 3. So what you want to do is get it so that 3 galleys can defeat 1 heavy ship. And with the 50% modifier, I think they're just short of being able to do that. So if you give them this 15% modifier, I think it will make it where they're actually better than that 1 heavy ship. So that's what we're going to do, guys. That'll also make it so that each one of our galleys is worth more than the enemy galleys, meaning that we might be able to win battles where we have less ships. And then finally, there's the fact that we're probably not going to get any of the naval idea groups. And so in that case, you know, the enemies would have bonuses that we don't have if they got those. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this here, guys. And we can, I think we can change it. Let me just see here. Yeah, you can change it. And it'll only cost you the sailors. All right, so yeah, I mean, we can change it any time if we decide to do so. All right, so the other thing we need to do is go ahead and build some large cast bronze mortars. We need some artillery, guys. I said several videos ago that I was going to do this at the end of the video. I had said, you know, next episode we need to get ourselves some artillery now that we have have those unlocked. But then I forgot to get it in the last 2 videos, so we haven't gotten artillery yet. Now here's the thing about artillery. Somebody asked me about them. Let's go and get these built in here, and we're just going to do 2 for right now. How much room do we have left? We got enough room. But yeah, somebody asked me about them, like, you know, are they just really garbage in the beginning of the game? Is that why I wasn't getting them? We also have a little bit of money to spend here, so we'll do that real quick. Although, it might be good to get more naval force limit so that we can build more ships. Because as of right now, we really can't get very many ships. You know what? I almost want to go ahead and do that, guys. And we could just build it, like, right here, I suppose. Yeah, I think that might be what we end up doing here. Alright, so let's go and build it there. Alright. So yeah, somebody asked me, you know, if the artillery early game is just not worth it, is that's why I wasn't getting them. And of course the main reason I wasn't getting them was just because I forgot. But as far as if they're worth it or not, the early game artillery, their combat stats are absolutely not worth their cost. If you look at their cost here, you see they're 0.80 per month, and look at those stats. 1 offensive fire, which it is nice to be able to get some offensive fire, but here in the early game the fire modifiers are so garbage that's just not very much. And then the offensive morale, you know, it does morale damage, but you'll notice all its defenses are absolutely garbage. So with their extremely high costs, because they're even more expensive than the cav units, you'd think, oh well, that's just not worth it here in the early game. Well, there's 2 reasons that make it where you could make the argument that it absolutely is worth it. First of all, the reason why you want to get at least 1 in each army is because they will help you with sieges. And, you know, I think it's like one gives you 1 modifier, and then if you have, like, I think 3 artillery, then gives you another 1. But basically, the more artillery you have, once you hit certain numbers, certain thresholds, it makes the sieges quicker. So just for that reason alone, you probably want to have some in your unit. But then there's another point that we'll bring up here in a minute. Let's take a look and see what we want to do here. Well, if we go with the stability, I mean, we did lose stability, so yeah, we could go up by 1. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We already have quite a few points invested here. I mean, we got 60 points. At this point, we would need 35 more papal influence to just be able to invest another 10. It's getting more and more difficult to get invested here and to give ourselves a chance of actually being able to compete there. We have more money again. I think we're earning like a stupid amount of money. What we could do, oh, well, never mind, we just had a scientist die. Internal conflicts in Poland. Everybody seems to be having issues. You got Peasants' War over here and Bavaria. But yeah, I guess let me finish what I was saying here about the artillery. The other thing that needs to be considered with them is that, one, they fire from the back line. So that means you're getting more firepower, you know, for the given combat width you have. Since, you know, if you have a combat width of, like, let's say it's 20, you can fit 20 units on there. Well, then you got the artillery, and then they're in the back, and they're not taking up combat width, yet they're still giving you firepower, even if it's not very much here in the early game. So that's something to consider. In addition to that, they also give part of their combat ability to the unit in front of them, making that unit even better. So that's one thing you need to consider. Now, given with the extremely low stats of the artillery in the beginning, I don't know how much that actually equates to, like how much extra damage. Probably not a lot, and probably not worth their cost. But when you consider that and their siege bonus, I think they probably are worth it. But probably not worth to get like a ton of them in the early game unless you're swimming in money like we are. So we could always get some more artillery and maybe get them up to like 3 or whatever. So we might do that. But right now we're not at war, so there's really no reason to pay for them. So let's go and get another advisor. I feel like this is the only one we can get since he's the only level 2. There's not really any options here. And there's no level 3s available just yet, unfortunately. So we'll just have to wait. Hopefully we'll start seeing those become more, you know, available as we go and making more money. But we're making solid funds right now. I mean, that's fantastic. You know what? These guys, is there a reason why we don't have them training? Yeah, it looks like their drill's high enough that that's the reason why we decided not to. And I think we do have army maintenance paying right now, so what we should do is not pay for it. There's no reason to have army maintenance up. Again, these guys will keep their army maintenance up because they're drilling, while these ones won't. So that's going to save us a bunch of money as well. And I think these guys almost have, yeah, their drill's actually higher than the other unit. So what we can do is just stop drilling for the first time in a while and just take a look here. I mean, we're sitting at professional 25%. I think it'd be a good time to just construct buildings, man. We've got the Milanese succession. What is this about? With the throne of Milan left vacant, both the King of France and the Emperor are openly discussing their claims to the duchy. The French claim is predicated on marriage ties to the old Visconti dynasty, which is actually this dynasty we still currently have. Though the claim is not strong, France has had designs on Italy for quite some time, and there are few with strength to resist the king. The Emperor, meanwhile, contends that in the absence of clear heir, the title of Duke is to be conferred upon the Emperor by imperial law. So we actually talked about this a couple videos ago already, all part of the Italian Wars. So we'll see what happens here. I assume this is going to result in perhaps maybe them, I mean, no, I really don't know what this is going to result in. We'll just wait and see. So they want access. Again, I don't know why they always ask for access. Now, one benefit of giving them access is that they have to cancel the access in order to declare war on you. So that's like, you know, gives you a little bit of a warning, I suppose. Now, we did get a bunch of these trade ships here, and this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and assign at least one of them. Let me just see if there's any pirate. No, there's no pirate percentage here. So nobody's got privateers there. But if we want to stop the damn raids from them, I've been told that that's the way to do it. It is the Hunt Pirates mission that will stop that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just take 2 ships, and that should be enough, I think. So let's just take 2 ships and put them on the mission to, let's see here, hunt pirates. And we'll have them do it here. So they'll hunt the pirates. We haven't been raided here at all, so I don't think they're going to raid us there. And then these guys, so we'll go ahead and put 2. And we won't do any in Venice unless we start getting raided there. As for the rest of the ships here, let me take a look at where our trade power is sitting at. 29% and 30% here. There's a lot more money to be had here. So I know we have 5 trade ships there, but let's start moving up to, we'll move up to 8. Let me figure out which ones we have here. So we'll have to do these one at a time unless we just throw them in like that. And for whatever reason, I can't merge them. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and send these ones to protect trade. And hopefully that'll increase our power share there. Again, with each one we're sending, it's becoming like less worth it. But you can see we just do not control very much. I mean, that ticked us up to 30% there, so that's good. It's gonna get us a bit more money. Just looking at our money right now, 14 per turn, that's very good. We're really starting to build it up now. And Burgundy is now, I mean, they only have 2 provinces, but now they're the lesser in a personal union with Austria. Somebody had thought that Provence had gotten this from the Burgundian inheritance, but remember that did happen much, much earlier in the series. It's an imperial incident now, and they went with, leaving those lands alone. That was the option that everybody selected. So that was not the Burgundian inheritance. They could have gotten it from inheritance, or they could have gotten it from war too. It's always that's always a possibility. Because they are, I think they're under France. Yeah. Dubious spending practices. So we turn a blind eye, and this will result in us getting the local investment modifier, which is helpful, but we do get some corruption. Or you just say arrest them, and the nobles will lose loyalty, and we'll lose our military advisor. Is he a cheaper military advisor? He's not. And he's really old, so we're going to lose him soon any damn way. Yeah, I just don't want to get the corruption, which costs money to burn off. And I don't really want to give the nobles more influence either, so arrest them. And we'll just hire a new guy, it's fine. Okay, wait a minute. I'd actually rather have this guy anyway, the Grand Captain. I'll reduce our land maintenance cost and partially pay for himself. In fact, he did pay for himself. We're actually making better money than we were before. And our truce with Naples has ended. That means we can declare war on them, which they are our next target, guys. I don't think they don't have any allies we have to worry about. As far as like people coming into the war with us though, it would only be Savoy. For whatever reason, nobody else really wants to join. Okay, he's Malavant, so that makes him not want to join. These guys are just barely unwilling to join. Okay, so we're going to wait a little bit, not because I necessarily need any of them, because I think we could probably beat Naples without any allies. The reason why I want to wait, we have one more trade ship here that needs to go protect trade. But the reason why I want to wait is because of the aggressive expansion, guys. We still are having some aggressive expansion issues. It's still a bit high, so let's burn it off a little bit. There's no reason not to. Just burn it for a little while. And looks like we did not get elected. Damn. You really should be able to keep some of the points you have invested in this, man. Yeah, we spent a lot of points, and we didn't get very high of a chance. Let's go and invest a little bit more. You can see it going up. Again, there's a point where it might not be worth it to invest anymore. But as of right now, like let's just say the Pope dies now, then we got a 75% chance. So in the beginning here, we can get it pretty high, given nobody else has put points into it. He's really young too for Pope. I mean, he's 48. He's going to be around for a while. So yeah, the nobles are not loyal. That's okay. We can actually summon a diet right now. We haven't done that in a while. Let's go and do that. And that'll increase their loyalty and give us back that manpower recovery speed, though I think we're already at our max manpower, so it doesn't have any effect. So the proposal of the clergy, they want us to get stability up to 3. That'll get us some prestige. That'd cost insane amounts of admin power. We're not going to do that. The nobles want us to expand military infrastructure. So we need to have a regimental camp or conscription center. Do we even have that available to us yet? I want to say we do not. Oh, there's a regimental camp. Oh, okay, I see. All right, so if we built that, I don't really like building stuff like that in my capital because it's a bonus. It's a countrywide bonus that doesn't really specifically help the province. And so I don't like having it because you could put that on any province. So why waste one of your building slots and your capital building on that? So I don't really want to build that, honestly. Now we could build it and then just remove it. Then you're paying money to get manpower, which a base manpower up. So you're essentially exchanging money for military power. So I guess it's not terrible if you did it that way. Let's see what else we got here, though. Okay, they want us to get a 50% trade power in Venice. Oh, yeah, that's kind of expensive. It's going to be probably impossible, actually. We're only at 30%. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the proposal of the nobles. And then we'll spend the money and then delete the building. Yeah, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be the best way to do this, because yeah, you're exchanging money, which we have plenty of, for military power, which we do not have plenty of. So let's go and build the regimental camp, and then we'll just destroy it. Now, given we don't have to destroy it, we could always leave it there, I suppose, until we actually need the slot. But you know what, guys? I will completely forget. And that's the reason why I'm just going to destroy it, because I will forget that I have that slot. So what do we have here? Oh, okay, the Golden Bull. It's the institution one. Sitting on a lot of diplomatic power. Probably going to need to spend some of that soon. And I assume we'll just probably spend it. You know what? I forgot. We need to do something here. We should be doing the build spy network. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the spy network. Now, I want to say we actually have... You know what? I probably should have done that a little bit differently. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. It's in here. We have to get rid of one of these. Huh. Okay, we're improving relations with our... I got it. Alright, let's just take this guy away for a second. And then we're going to look at if we could declare war, if we have a claim now. Okay, so we do have a claim on that province right there. Okay, excellent. We'll probably want to get more claims. I don't see any reason not to. So yeah, we'll build a spy network and we'll get more claims on them. So we'll be able to get those cheaper when we go to war. As far as this advisor, we'll go ahead and, or excuse me, diplomat, we'll go ahead and put him back into here, even though there's not really anybody for him to increase it with. Eventually there will be, and he'll move his butt over there. And we got excommunicated. Great. Remember, I tried to avoid that, guys. It didn't work. Oh, that's one of the unfortunate parts about the papacy getting control of the Holy See, is the fact that they don't like us. They do not like us. I should have improved relations with them. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's go ahead and take this diplomat back and put him over into the Papal States so that we can... I mean, given I don't know that this will be able to get rid of the excommunication. The excommunication does have some nasty penalties. I think it's... I might be able to look in here. I'm not entirely sure where we can see that. Might be just regular modifier. I'm not sure, though. We'll have to take a look. Here we go. Excommunicated. So yearly prestige drops remarkably. Course of the Tolerance of the True Faith, which gives us some really nice bonuses, is dropping. And then we'll have a lot less papal influence. So overall, it's really, really bad. Really bad. And let's go and put that diplomat over here. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Out of all the people he decided to excommunicate, of course, it's got to be us. The scientific revolution continues. So we can say the army should benefit. Okay, so just which tech we want to get cheaper. So it lasts for 10 years. And if we were to take a look at, I mean, we're still putting points into this, so that should be considered. And just looking at the actual technology and where we're actually behind on military tech. So I think we should do that one. The army should benefit. Since we're behind on military tech, and we're still trying to get those idea groups. Trying to finish up that idea group, I should say. The cottage industry. So we can say we cannot stand in the way of progress, or we must safeguard the guild privileges. Okay, and this is in these 3 provinces here. So it's basically either get production and then also unrest, or you get this modifier for 10 years. Is that how long the unrest lasts? Yes, it is. Ooh, that'd be a problem. Or you can get this one and we'll get more money. And it'll reduce local unrest. I say we must not stand in the way of progress. I know the burgers are going to be unhappy with this, but their loyalty is fairly high. And we can phase the unrest. That's okay. The base production, yeah, that'll be really nice to have in 3 provinces. So we're gonna get that. And this will result in likely a rebellion happening, because we already had unrest issues. That's okay. We don't really have anything to do since we're not at war yet. And again, I'm just trying to burn off some of this aggressive expansion, because we actually do have quite a bit of it right now. As you can see with just Switzerland, which you know, they're going to have more than everybody else is, but that last peace treaty we did did result in a lot of aggressive expansion. So I think it'd be good to just kind of sit in peace for a little while. Shit, we could even put this on speed 5 if we really wanted to fly. I said sit in peace for a little while, but I guess that's not happening because Austria just pulled us into a war with France and Provence. Okay. And this would result in war with Lucca as well. Alright, so let's just take a look and see who all they're in conflict with. Lucca has not joined yet. They might not either, especially if it results in them declaring war on us. Who started it? This is a defensive war, so we do need to help. Alright, so what is the war anyway? Okay, so France is trying to conquer some lands. Oops. My mouse went to the other screen there for a second. Forgot to lock the screen, so I can't go over there. So they're trying to gain this land right here. I see. Is that in the Empire? Must be. Maybe that's why Austria got pulled in. But let's go and accept it, of course. This is going to result in this is going to be a big war, guys. We do have the ability to get this, and I think we might, just so we can try and get this one. Though we really need to catch up here, man. You do not want to be behind. Yeah, and plus this unlocks a unit. You know, we should just wait. We'll wait, guys. We're just going to have to. Alright, so we are now at war. We will be paying for all these units now. Oops, my bad. They should have, yeah, they took the mothball off our fortifications. For right now, we'll just leave all the fortifications unmothballed. And then as far as our fleet goes, we're going to try and see if we can't win in the sea. I don't know if we will be able to, guys. But at the very least, we do need to unmothball those guys. Alright, we're doing good on money, so we don't need to worry about that. And we do need to get another general as well, so let's go and recruit one. And hopefully he's pretty good. He is not. He has 4 fire, which again, fire is just not as useful. He's really garbagey. Alright, so we'll sign him over here. And then he'll go, the better one will go here, because he's fantastic, and we'll move him over this way. We'll probably go ahead and build some more units as well, because I'm not really sitting at my max yet, and we could get, I think we're going to attempt to, you know, I don't really want to fight over here. You know what, I don't think we're going to get that involved in this, guys. And we'll fight the ones we have to, like this guy here. We'll go ahead and fight him. But for the most part, I don't think we're going to get that involved in this conflict. But yeah, we will go ahead and build some more units once we've dealt with that army. Let's go and turn, oh, it's already turned down. Alright, so our fleet has gone back in, and this is what I was talking about. Like, you get a 33% bonus, but then the fleet just have to go back in all the time. Then yeah, it's just not going to be very effective. We have 2 more ships just sitting here. I don't know if these ones, okay, these are the ones that are hunting pirates. I'm not entirely sure they went back in, why they went back in, since we didn't have the, that option selected there. So these guys might end up leaving our lands. We'll see. I don't think I'll be able to catch them before they enter through Switzerland. And oh, we actually have a coalition that has gone against us. And this has been Siena, was the first one who joined that. Alright, so the Italian wars has happened to us. So mercenaries are cheaper and they have more discipline. That's a little modifier that we've gotten. We also have gotten the ability to get the diplomatic tech, which would give us some new naval ships. But do we want to do that at this very high cost? Because we're talking about spending probably quite a bit. I'm trying to see how much this is exactly cost us. 971. I don't think that would be good. I think it would be better to just spend a bit of points to build up our base production. We'll build it a little bit there. I know that one's kind of expensive. We want to see somewhere that has like a good resource. I mean, this is Italy, so almost everything has good resources. You got a little bit of grain provinces here, which aren't quite worth as much. You know, put it there. Just gotta spread this dipple power out a little bit. Just try and build up some of these provinces, man. Alright, so that's probably good. Put one more point into there. That's good for now. A proposition for Sforza. Well, Francesco Sforza is one of the greatest military leaders of our time and a prominent condottieri. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Leader. It is most unfortunate that we find ourselves at odds with him in our war against France. Sforza is popular among the Milanese people, however, and even has a claim to the throne. The faction within the divided government have written to Sforza with a generous offer if he abandons our enemies and joins our cause. Milan would offer him the province of Bergamo, as well as a position as a captain and defender. Sforza would be a great asset to the Republic, but many question whether his loyalty to Milan will trump his personal ambition. So again, this is all stuff that kind of happened, decades ago historically. That's happening for us, much later here. So we can say we shall appoint him as commander of our armies, which I think this would later result in him eventually becoming our leader, which is what we want. So yeah, we'll make him a general. We would get autonomy in this province here, which is a province that does gain us a bit of money. So obviously getting the autonomy there is gonna hurt us a bit, but that's okay. Obviously, we're gonna go for this one, but we're just seeing what all the options are. Oh, and then France gets him as a general. Okay, but yeah, he's a great general, so let's appoint him. And then we'll see if we want to switch him out for our current guy, if he's actually better. Now, he actually is very much better. You see his shock is the same, and that's why I didn't think he'd be better. And then plus his fire is actually a point lower, but again, that's not as important here. But look at this maneuver, way better, and of course he has the 2 siege. So yeah, we'll go ahead and have him command there, while here will be under the command of him. All right, excellent. And the reason why I'm keeping these guys here is just in case Luca does end up joining the war. As of right now, it seems like they're not going to. But just in case, we'll keep them here for now. And I almost want to go ahead and get the army size up a bit. I don't really want to help in this conflict, but at the same time, hurting France would be a good thing, so... We could also come over here and take some of these provinces here, but again, I don't really want any of these. We don't border anybody. Well, right here, this would be nice to have. Damn, I wish I'd gotten there first. I didn't really think about that fact that if we had taken that, yeah, that would have been really useful. Damn. Alright, well, that's a shame. Yeah, that would have been great to have under our control. I don't know if they would have gave it to us since we don't have a claim there. But maybe. If we had played a large enough role in the conflict, they might have. So yeah, if they don't join here within the next month, then I assume they're not going to. But yeah, you see that we are starting to have countries joining this coalition. We knew we were going to get the coalition, so... Not at all surprising, guys. Remember, we're also building up our galley fleet, getting them repaired, so that they can come over here and get into combat. We'll see how they end up doing. I don't know if we'll win that or not. Oh, Bavaria has joined as well. And of course, Genoa has too. So yeah, we're starting to get a lot of coalition powers. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, I think we'll take the inflation for the military power in this particular case. And where did that military power go? I thought we had a bit more. Maybe I was looking at it wrong. We just lost diplomatic power, and Switzerland no longer considers us a rival. Okay. So just getting our morale up before we do any attacks. See, I'm really salty about the fact that I didn't think to attack them there. We should have. Definitely should have done that. Yeah, these guys are not going to attack us, clearly. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in fighting the main French army either. But helping out across here would be probably fairly useful. Let's go ahead and bring this army... Well, let's see what we got here. You know what? Actually, let's bring this army over here. We'll attack that 13,000 men. Now, I don't know if we will get that penalty or not. We do have another election. And Switzerland's no longer a valid rival for us. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and... Well, it looks like we're actually going to need to pull that advisor. Or excuse me, I keep calling it advisor. Diplomat. Off of that so that we have a free diplomat. So that we can revoke this embargo. And then we're going to need to pick... Oops. A new rival again, which we've had trouble doing this in the past. We're at war, so we can't do it. Okay. Does that hurt us up here still? Yes, it does. All right, that's a shame. All right, so with the election, I think we should keep Ludovico because I don't care about the Republican tradition, and he's going to get even better. He'll be a 5-5-2 now. So now he is a pretty decent leader now. Average leader is about 9 ability total. So if you have about 9 ability, you got like a average leader. Right now we have 12. So quite a bit over. We're above average now, which is great. And that's such an unfortunate thing that we're getting so few military power though. Switzerland was broke by rebels. So you can see that they're trying to get the hell out of here now. They don't want any of it. But we did stop the siege, so that's good. A lot of troops are here now. We're going to let them attack us here in the forest, I suppose, if they're willing to. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Yeah, they're probably not going to be willing to. Let's actually attack these guys then. And then with these ones, we can move into here if we wanted to. And go after that fortification. Just so we have our troops fighting. Yeah, it's such a shame that they didn't give that to us. Of course, they wouldn't give it to us. But why did they give it to... Oh, they were the first ones to get there. All right, interesting. All right, so we'll attack these 6,000 men. Now, that could result in everybody else joining this conflict. We already locked those, so we couldn't pull back on it. What do we get here? Yeah, there's no terrain penalties. As far as the river penalty, we are getting that, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Let's take a look. Maybe not. You know what? We're not getting the river penalty. Okay, excellent. So we don't have to worry about that. And again, we do have a much better general here. Their fire's 2 higher. Oh, shock is... looks like the shock is 2 higher as well. And they are, in fact, getting the river penalty. All right, so even though we're outnumbered here... what happened over here? Oh, okay, so they've already made peace with them. And what did they get out of this? Nothing? No, we got a little bit of money, though, so we'll take that. But I don't know if we're going to win this now. There's a lot of troops that have gone here. It does look like we're going to win. Plus, Austria is on the way. Okay. Excellent. Very good news. We are behind in tech, so you see that certain things are lower. Like the tactics there are lower because we're so behind in tech. I mean, we're only 1 tech behind, but 1 tech makes a big difference. I wish they spread it out a bit. This is what I did in my mod. I spread out all the modifiers so like each tech wasn't so significant, but every tech gave you good stuff, and you'd get a little bit of everything, you know? I think that's better than just like you get this tech and then you're just, you know, far more powerful than, you know, the country that's 1 tech behind, that you have such a significant bonus on them. I feel like you should be like several techs ahead to get such a significant bonus. So with the battle here, I want to see how we did on casualties. So our side looks like we lost about 6,000 something casualties. Their side lost over 10,000. Just as far as, I thought we could click on ourselves and see how much damage or how many casualties we specifically took, but that's not the case. I think most of this is us though, because Austria came really late. So we did get the win there. Now we need to replenish our losses. And as far as like who we're at war with, because I don't even know. Okay, so you see that we already are sieging down this fortification here. Starting to work on that. And I feel like we have to keep the full 16,000 here when we actually only need, well, you know what? Yeah, we only need 6. So we could pull back 10,000 and take less attrition. One problem with that, though, is if the French come sweeping down here, which we don't know where their troops are. There's one army. Where's the other army? If they come sweeping down here and attack us, then they'll destroy the unit there. More than likely, if it's a large enough army, they'll completely wipe them out. Now, we could send them here with the hope of reinforcing. This is what we'll do. We'll just pull back a few. We're not going to do... I'm not going to leave only 6,000 men there. They wouldn't even be able to hold out long enough, I feel. We will split... Nope, we're not going to split those guys out. That's obviously the guns. So we'll just take out a couple men here. And then they can take these 2 provinces here for us. And then they'll come and reinforce, and we just gonna have to pay attention to it. I know I'm gonna miss it, guys. And then they're gonna attack that 10,000 and beat us, but... Yeah, I don't want to take the attrition either, but yeah, this is one of the things I always find to be like the big question, like when you should split your armies out. I see so many people like completely, you know, always keep the minimum units there, And I've watched like videos where they do that, you know, where YouTubers do that, and then they lose their whole army because they're not paying attention. A lot of YouTubers I know play on much faster speeds than I do, so they'll lose their whole army when it's being attacked. Yeah, see, here we go, right here. Like if I didn't see that, then this 18,000 would have defeated our 10,000. So we will get there on the 9th of May, while they're going to get there on the 2nd of May. So there'll be about a week where they have higher numbers than us. And you can see just because of that, we're going to be very, very close to losing. Yeah, I mean, they're not even getting any train bonuses. That's why I don't do it, guys. Somebody asked me why I didn't do it. We might end up winning this by the skin of our teeth, but it's going to be really close. Yeah, we lost. That's why I don't do it. We wouldn't have lost that attack if we hadn't split our army up. And so that's a perfect example. Because I always have people ask me, like, why don't you split your armies off? Why don't you just only leave the amount there? And I, you know, as I said in those comments, those people who asked me, that's the reason why I don't. Because if you're not paying attention, like really close attention, then, you know, you'll lose a battle that you wouldn't have normally lost. Because, yeah, we wouldn't have lost that. We had, you know, advantages over them, and our numbers were pretty darn close. So I really don't think we would have lost that if we hadn't had a whole week. That's 7, you know, times that the casualties were done, where they vastly outnumbered us. You know, it was almost 2 times the number of us. So that's why we lost that, guys. That's why I don't do it. I think that's a good example why I don't typically do it. I know you take less attrition, but I mean, what's the point if you end up just getting defeated and then, you know, now you got to go back. And all the attrition we did take there was for nothing because we didn't get anything out of it. So let's see what we want to do here. We are going to do the import and iron because I want that damn military power, man. Because I want to get this damn tech. Because I think this is also causing us to have issues where our units are just not as good because we're behind in tech. So we will want to change these up, make sure there's no enemies around here. I'm going to move a little bit because remember when we change this up, this is going to result in us getting a morale penalty. But I don't think anybody's going to attack us, so I think we're okay. Though, okay, that's right, they got pulled out. All right, so we can switch up to one of these 3. They all have the same amount of pips, from my understanding. It's just a difference on where the pips are at. So with these guys, they're all offensive, very little defensive bonuses here. These guys are very balanced for the most part, a little bit extra defensive morale there, while these guys are very balanced with the focus on the offensive shock. And that's the one we're going to go for. All right. Oh, wait, did we get something else? No, we did not get the cab unit. No, we didn't get anything else. Okay. So I was going to merge these ones again. And we're just going to have to kind of repair, or excuse me, rebuild our armies here with their manpower. And you know what, guys? I hate that we're over here losing all this manpower in a war that we're not going to get anything from. We have contributed to it. We helped, so we'll get some favors from the Austrians. But I'm not really keen on wasting any more manpower on this conflict than we've already used. Especially with that loss there. I do want to put the ships out there, though. So let's attempt to get out here so they can't... and do we have... We do not have an admiral yet. Let me take a look and see if we have any open leader slots. I don't actually know if we do. It looks like we do. Okay, excellent. That's that's really good that we have the innovative. That allows us to get more leaders. And I don't typically use admirals, but in this case we are going to. I usually don't use admirals just because you don't have enough leader slots for them. But we do have it in this case, so... Let's go ahead and recruit an admiral and hope that he's decent. He's not. I mean, he's got 3 maneuvers, so he's better than nothing. But yeah, he's not very good. Not very good at all. All right, well, we're going to go out here and engage their fleet. We're going to take a look, see how we're doing. This is the first naval battle we've seen in the entire campaign so far. And I'm really happy that we've got that 15% modifier now. But the fact that their admiral is so much better than ours, I do think... We're probably going to lose this. Yeah, more than likely going to lose this. We'll see, though, guys. We'll see. Are they all galleys? I didn't actually look at what they had there. Well, 3 of those are light ships, garbage-ass light ships, so we might be able to win just because of that. So, yeah, we'll watch this battle. So, they've changed this up. where ships can actually now disengage. And I think that's what these purple units have done. They disengaged, which means we can't do any damage to them, but they can't do any damage to us either. And this is a very good new mechanic, because what was happening before was that, like, the naval war was all one big naval battle, and then, like, you either won it or you lost it, and then it was over. And whoever lost all of their ships, or most of their ships. And Bohemia just declared that we're a rival. Okay. And so yeah, I really like that they can now disengage. Now ship losses aren't so high. It's not all one battle. So they end up losing 2 of their galleys and 2 of their light ships, while we lost 1 galley, and we gained 2 light ships. So we actually captured 2 of those. Okay, nice. So that'll be helpful. What we're gonna do is go ahead and go over here, repair again, because our galleys are pretty damaged, and we'll go ahead and pull those 2 light ships out as well. And let's go ahead and pull these guys out. We'll use them later. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and build another galley to replace the one that we lost. In fact, we'll probably build a couple of these. We'll just build them all here. And we could go ahead and also, we could build up our troop numbers as well. You notice that the French have been roaming around with about 18,000 man armies, so, you know, we're a little bit outnumbered here in battle. So we could go ahead and increase our troop numbers here and build them up just slightly larger. Maybe give them more cannons too, more artillery. Could do that, but we'll wait. We'll wait. We might need that manpower, guys. And plus, I don't even know if we're gonna engage in conflict any further with these guys. I might just, of course, Bohemia is gonna cause us all kinds of trouble, and they insulted us. But yeah, now we have Bohemia as a rival, which Bohemia is allied with the Hungarians. And remember, the Hungarians are one of our allies, so we'll have to see what happens there, guys. We'll just have to see what happens. The Hungarians are also allied with the Papal States, so the fact that they hate us is not good. Yeah, it's such a shame, man. We really need to get them to cancel that. I feel like there's an option to get them to lift the excommunication. But yeah, I'm just not seeing it anywhere. Because yeah, we are still excommunicated. That's why we're getting that huge opinion penalty with them. Huh. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Maybe it's in here. Let's just take a look. It's not there. I know it's somewhere, guys. I feel confident that you can ask them. And that maybe I'm thinking of CK2 though. Maybe you can't. But I could have swore there was an option to request to have the excommunication lifted. If I don't find it before the end of the video and you happen to know whether there is an option or not, let me know it in the comments below. There might not be an option. I might be getting confused. You can see that we are having some rebel issues. It's one reason to probably keep our troops here. So we're going to wait for these rebellions to happen. So let's see where these guys are going to rebel, because they're the closest. And then these guys could rebel in several locations. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go and have them go there, and them go there. So we can fight these damn rebellions. And got some more discovery spreading to us. And there's the rebellion. Where is it? Oh, it's over down here. I don't know why I was thinking Verona. That doesn't make any damn sense. Alright, so let's go and attack them. Let's see if there's any river penalties here we need to worry about. No. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go there. They might end up taking it before I can get to him. We'll have to see. Our guy's pretty fast. Yeah, it looks like he should get there. Excellent. That very good maneuvers. I think the large reason why we were able to get there so quickly. We were able to defeat him very quickly as well, so that's excellent. So we don't have to worry about rebellion from there anymore. We probably will have a rebellion here that we have to defend against. So this is probably where the next rebellion will be. I know that we built galleys, but it doesn't look like they're done yet. We're still waiting on one of them. And then we'll kind of merge that and just continue repairing our galley fleet. And then we'll kind of bring them out here, maybe do a bit of a blockade. That's one way we can kind of help in the conflict. So where's that damn galley? Here he is. Just going to merge those, see if they're all repaired. They are. Excellent. Let's go ahead and go out and do a little bit of blockading here, guys. And that's probably it. We're actually engaging in a battle with them with their fleet, because they did just get pushed out of the port because the Austrians just took that province. So we're actually having another naval battle over here, and this one should go very much more in our favor. It looks like we've already captured some ships. Yeah, we captured one. Captured one ship. and I think that was a light ship. And then we also sunk 2 of their galleys. Didn't lose any of our ships of our own. All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and bring them back to repair them. They will be pushed out of there, so maybe I should have engaged in that battle first. But let's go ahead and pull out the light ship now. And see if I can get this damn galley fleet selected. And let's go back over here so when they get pushed out, we'll be able to engage them before they get away. Just attack them again, and there we go. Beautiful. And all this is getting us some naval tradition, which is nice. We can get better admirals, and we're capturing ships. So we're getting free ships out of this. We just got a free galley because of this. All right, excellent. Though I don't know if that will end up resulting in us going over the limit now. Looks like we might actually be already over the limit. Yeah. So we should probably cancel. Yeah, we should cancel building these because this is going to cost us more. Did we already build all those? No, they're right here. All right, so let's just go ahead and cancel these. Get that money back. Don't need those issues, man. All right, so let's go ahead and just merge these 2 for right now. We'll deal with them after the war. I don't know if we control the seas enough to put our fleet back out there. Let's take a look at what the total fleet count is for the enemies, like how many ships they have left. So it looks like they only have those. Oh, that's how many ships they've lost, I think. Yeah, we're looking at how many ships they have left. All right, so they have 7 heavy ships. So they do still have the larger navy. But we're the one with the galley fleet. Okay, I see. So the question is, will the French even send their ships over here? I kind of feel like they won't. So I think we're just going to go and send out our ships, man. Let's just get them out there. See how we want to do this. All right, so we'll have these 2 go out now. I don't know if they're going to. Maybe hunting pirates. Maybe they don't do that at all if it's a war. I'm not entirely sure. So let's go ahead and take these guys. Let's just change this up a little bit. Let's take them out. Merge those 2. Tell them to stop doing that. Looks like we can't create a new unit because it's on a mission, which I actually wanted to pull one of those out. All right, so let's just go and cancel the mission then. Pull that unit out that still needs repair. And then we'll send them on the mission again. And I feel like we can put our fleet out there and be okay. I don't think the French are going to come into the Mediterranean. And if they do, then we'll have to deal with them. Still have all these rebellions we got to worry about, so we'll just stay here. What we might want to do, could declare another diet. Did we ever fulfill the agenda of the last one? Yeah, we did. That's right. We built that building. Okay, so what we want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go and actually pull back on that and delete this now. Because again, I would know the argument of not deleting it would be, you know, that we're still getting the bonus now. We don't really need the building slot. But the reason why I am going to delete it is because I will forget that we have that there. And I won't make use of it for a building I actually want. So did we lose the war? Or no, they just, okay, just one country was defeated in our war. Okay. But for the most part, it does look like it's a stalemate right now. You know, we've taken provinces, they've taken provinces. You can see there's a French army right here. But again, I'm just going to worry about these rebellions. We'll just stick in our own lands. And colonialism has spread here. So that means it'll start spreading into our lands now. If we were to look at the institutions, you can see it's already spread into our lands a bit. All right, very, very nice. So hopefully we'll be able to embrace that soon. Switzerland has already embraced it. Musket or bow? So of course archery should serve a primary role, and then I don't know why you'd do that. Yeah, that seems strange. It's just gonna make military technology more expensive. Yeah, I'd rather just lose the army tradition, honestly. Of course, the bow can't compare to the musket. In some ways it could. An experienced bowman obviously can shoot a lot further and a lot more accurately than the early muskets could. Also, you could notch another arrow far quicker than you could ever reload your musket. So, in many ways it is better. The problem with archery, though, the reason why it's not better is because it takes almost a lifetime to become that skilled in it. Many of those archers would train all their lives. You know, they'd start at a very young age to build the muscle up, because it's not just about learning how to do it. You got to build those muscles. While a musket, literally anybody could pick up and shoot. So you could hand out muskets to the peasants, and then they could kill knights. You know, so that's what makes the musket better. Even though technically, as a weapon, the early muskets were not better than a bow. So. This is another event with the Sforza situation. So he clashes with the Republic. Sforza has many rivals within the Golden Ambrosian Republic. The more idealistic and scholarly politicians who founded the Republic suspect him of conspiracy to seize the throne, while more pragmatic politicians resent his popularity among the people. Sforza has recently learned of a plot to deprive him of his military command and eject him from his position in government. Outraged, he issues an ultimatum to the state: accept his absolute rule or face him once again on the field of battle. So we can impose military rule, and then we become a military dictatorship. And it's a locked reform, so we'll not be able to switch out of it. And then he'll become our ruler, a 555, which makes him better than our current ruler. I mean, we already know we're going for this, but I'm just going to analyze them anyway, see what they do. Or we can resist his tyranny, and he will die. But then we'll have to deal with the pretender regiments, which you'd think would be under his control. They probably are under his control. We just lose the leader, so it's not necessarily him dying. It's just the way that it says there. And then we lose stability. 2 stability compared to the 1 here. So, I mean, obviously we're going that route. And to frequent elections no longer be viable. So we have to go ahead and take a look at our reforms now. We're at 0 stability, so we'll keep it at that. And of course we have a better general. So let's just, or excuse me, a better leader. And he's called Captain General, since we are a new government type. And overall, he's much better. And we should get his first personality. He's only 26, too, so that's nice. We did all that talking about Ludovico, though, and he didn't get to rule very long, did he? So we are the military dictatorship. This gives a plus 10% morale of armies. You get less absolutism, though. And then that's strange. Okay, and then we have the monthly autonomy change. We're going to get a little reduction to that. So we still have the political dynasties. We still have the consolidation of power. Although I don't remember picking that. Oh, okay, did they... Okay, so you can't get any of these other ones, so we have to have that one. So it just kind of forced us into it. And so now it's a matter of the regionalism one, I think. I'm not entirely sure what it's saying here. Because we can't go to the next one here. Oh, okay. I see, we don't have that one selected. That's what they want us to do. We have to select this one because these other options are not open. Got it. I understand now. Alright, so that's all they wanted us to do. We have kept the Union of States, though, so that hasn't affected it at all. And we're moving along to get to the separation of power. So yeah, better general, which is excellent. Did that also make him the leader here? It looks like it did not. We now have to make the general a leader. Oh, no, he's there still. Okay, so it did do that. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and have him changed to the current leader. And Republican tradition debated. So we can say we need a king, which is what we're going to say. Just try and take that down some. And I don't know if there's a specific event for the Sforza ones that will result in him becoming the king. We lost the effects of the excommunication. I wonder why that happened. Did they remove it? You'd think we would have got a modifier that says, or an event or something that says that we're no longer excommunicated. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Not until oh, because that's right. It's the leader that's excommunicated, not the country. So, because our leader died, we are no longer excommunicated. Excellent. So that was some pretty nasty penalties we were getting there. So it's very good that we got rid of that. And he's also the lawgiver. So we're going to continue to see monthly autonomy be reduced. I don't know that we really need this fort paid for, because you'd have to get through the rest of these forts before you're able to attack us in this land here. So we're going to pull back on that fort. But again, France could come in here and attack us anytime, so that's the reason we're keeping the forts up. And it looks like we did get into a battle, and this was our trade ships as well, unfortunately. But it was a trade ship battle. So let me just take a look here. Yeah, it was the ones that were hunting pirates. Alright, well, that's fine. Nobody lost any ships, but Luca has joined the war against us. I didn't even see that. Somehow I missed that. So now we need to go ahead and attack over here, and hopefully they'll give this to us. So which one do we want to attack with? Who has the better siege? Probably Sforza. Yeah, so we'll do that, even though technically he's the better leader. You know, Sforza is the better leader, so it would be better for the actual battle. But this is how we're going to do it. And naval officers are retiring, so we lost that tradition. And of course they would come over here and attack here right when I got rid of the fort's maintenance. Figures. So we can go ahead and buy the colonialism, embrace this, which I don't know that we want to. It's pretty expensive right now. So it might be better to just wait till more of our provinces adopt it. It is giving us a technology penalty. Let me just see like if that would allow us to get... And we're already ahead of time here. You know what? Let's just wait for it to get a little bit cheaper, guys. That's pretty expensive. That's unnecessary to have to spend that much. And then I feel like we should get something that gives us a bit of manpower, guys. That manpower has not lasted as long as I would have liked it to last. Alright, so we're going to get this battle here done. Pretty easy battle. And then let's go ahead and move back here where we're still looking at a rebellion popping up at any moment here. I mean, there's a lot of possible rebellions that might end up happening, actually. Quite a few rebellions. We can now invest in technology here and get, you know, admin to get a bit more innovativeness. So that'd be an option. But you know what? We really should wait. Yeah, we're going to wait, guys. Again, at least until we embrace the new institution. Alright, so it does look like we've knocked them out of the conflict. Okay. We need to come over here and siege this, or excuse me, come out here and blockade them. But our fleet is currently being engaged. And it does look like we are going to lose this, unfortunately. I said that, you know, I don't think the French will come into the Mediterranean. Boy, was I wrong. They absolutely did. And we are likely going to lose most of our navy here. Unfortunately. Yeah, we lost a big chunk of our navy. It looks like they captured one of our galleys, sunk the other 6. So that's unfortunate. I don't know why they're not going back home. Oh, they are. Okay, I just didn't see the line there. So yeah, they'll go back home. So that means we should probably pull our trade fleets back. I'm looking for the other one. It says we have them here, but I can't select them. Maybe they're currently in the battle. Alright, yeah, that sucks. I was really hoping the French wouldn't come into the Mediterranean, and they did. So that's a real shame. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. We made, you know, a bit of progress. Not quite as much as I wanted to, about 5 years. But again, we did have you know, we're at war right now, a lot of stuff going on. What we're going to do is we're going to siege with Luca, and what I'm going to hope that with our contributions, I mean, that's if we even win. As of right now, we're currently losing the conflict. So we'll have to see if after we've taken this, if we bring some of our troops over here, yeah, if we get enough war participation, then maybe they'll give us control of this province. I really hope they do. Probably not, but we'll try. We'll try and get it. We do have a claim on there. It's a permanent claim as well. So yeah, hopefully they'll grant it to us in the peace treaty. But if we want to win the peace, then we're gonna have to come help out here. We're gonna have to bring up both of our armies up here. Because you can see our side they're not going to be able to win here. It does look like the conflict is going to be lost. The Hungarians are involved though, aren't they? Let's just take a look here. Yeah, the Hungarians are involved. So there is that 27,000 men there. We'll have to see. I don't know where Austria's force went. Looks like their large army was destroyed. Another large Hungarian army there. So yeah, maybe. Maybe, guys. What we should do is also tell them that they can attach to us if they so desire. Alright, so let's end the episode here. Next episode, we'll actually get more involved in the war to try and see if we can't get something out of it and trying to help out, because it does look like our side's going to lose, and we don't want the French to get a win. So we are going to go and end the episode here. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.